this is called Witch. You tried to bury me in your shadow. You said my fire was too much to hold, but every spell I cast on my own, I turned your silver lies into gold. You whisper my name like a kiss in the night, but deep in your bones, you know that I'm right. You can call me a witch, call me a vampire. You can call me all you want because you're the liar. You can't get my eyes out your mind. I guess that's why I'm doing just fine. I guess I'm spooky. I guess I'm powerful. I guess you should have been more grateful when I was around. Now I bet you going insane, going insane. Now I bet you going insane, going insane. You hide your secrets and broken glass, but the mess that you made will haunt you fast. And I'll be dancing in the moonlight skies. You whisper my name like a kiss in the night, but deep in your bones, you know that I'm right. You can call me a witch, call me a vampire. You can call me all you want because you're the liar. You can't get my eyes out your mind. I guess that's why I'm doing just fine. I guess I'm spooky. I guess I'm powerful. I guess you should have been more grateful when I was around. When I was around. Now I get you going insane, going insane. Now I get you going insane, going insane, Ashes to ashes, your kingdom falls, and I'll rise when I hear the calls. The bonds you try to wrap around me break, and now you're drowning in the mess you've made. You can call me a witch, call me a vampire. You can call me all you want because you're the liar. You can't get my eyes out your mind. I guess that's why I'm doing just fine. I guess I'm spooky. I guess I'm powerful. I guess you should have been more grateful when I was around. When I was around. Now I bet you going insane, going insane. Now I bet you going insane, going insane, going insane, going insane, going insane. Hello, welcome back.
I'm Meet Punkett.
So I met you at Vultures out in Colorado Springs. Have you always been around Colorado, or are you from elsewhere?
I'm from Colorado, born and raised.
Oh, nice. Like here, or like just
The
different
Springs,
parts?
the city,
Oh.
but I've lived everywhere basically.
That's awesome.
I've lived in Denver, I've lived in Pueblo, the Springs, the countryside, which is Fountain, you know.
Yeah. Do you have like a favorite spot, or like when you go out to have fun, do you like to hang out around one spot or the other?
No, I'm kind of a homebody unless people invite me out.
Fair enough. I feel that.
So I do notice that you play guitar. Is this the only instrument that you play, or is it your favorite?
I mean, six string is my go-to favorite, but I started in 5th grade playing the flute, and then did that all the way up until close to 10th grade. And then after that, I quit music completely for a while, for like maybe a year. So 11th grade, I quit completely.
Shoot, was there a reason why you quit?
I was really depressed. Low-key in and out of mental hospitals type stuff. But I'm better now, of course. But after I went through all of that and finally graduated high school early, I got into the 12 string. Then I got into ukulele and the piano and the tambourine, and then a 6th string guitar. Sorry about my stutter.
You're good. And as far as like the mental hospital stuff, girl, like I feel it. I definitely was. My mom used to be one of those cats that was like, I don't want to deal with her today, so she'd pick up the phone and be like, 911, my daughter's threatening to kill herself. And
Oh
I'm
my
like,
gosh.
I just walked in.
No, literally, I feel like we have a very similar story when it comes to that. That's kind of insane. I've never met anybody else who has something that close to home.
It's definitely, I feel like there's like an unspoken bond. Like, I feel like when you could tell someone's been through some stuff, there's just like an energy where you could feel like that person. Usually, I think what gives it away is empathy, right?
Yeah, I think I just needed not to be a child, basically. I didn't want to be, like, I wanted to be a child, but I wanted to be a grown-up at the same time.
Like craving autonomy.
Yeah, like just being independent in general.
That's fair. Yeah, honestly, everyone's always like, oh, you know, being a kid is the best time of your life. You should be enjoying it. I don't think so. I think I have way more fun as an adult than I ever did as a kid.
Me too.
So, since you've been like so involved with music for so long, have you gone to like a lot of live shows or concerts?
I've only ever been to one concert, and it was pretty great. I forgot their name, honestly. It's terrible, but it was honestly an awakening experience. Because everyone was wild, there was mosh pits, there was the death of roll, you know what I mean? There was freaking people crowd surfing, and I ended up crowd surfing. I'm like, you know what? I could see myself doing this forever.
That's so awesome. I love going to like music festivals and concerts purely for like hive mentality and like just like the buzz of everyone, and also like, again, unspoken bond. Everyone has something in common, you know?
Yeah.
So when I was at Vultures, you introduced me to your brother, and you said that he's interested in hip hop and stuff, but you also mentioned that he kind of had a hand in part of your musical journey. Would you care to kind of dive into that a little bit?
Yeah. When I was younger, I wrote a lot of poetry, so it started off with that, of course. And then I stopped doing poetry for a while. I can't remember the reason why. I also used to paint, and I don't paint anymore, but I also don't remember the reason why I don't. But my little brother, he just was like, one day, he was like, sister, you look mad. I was like, yeah, I'm mad. I freaking hate everything. And then he's like, you want to freestyle with me? I'm like, what is that? He's like, you don't know what freestyling is? And I'm like, no, I don't. And he's like, it's like rapping, Naya. And so he like teaches me how to rap, and he tells me that even if it sounds like something that's about to be stupid to come out of your mouth, just say it. And try to make it a rhyme or make it a part of the storyline as much as you can. And at first it was really, really bad, and then it was like really bad to the point where I was like stuttering every other word, or like just sitting there thinking about what to say, and it would be my turn, I'd be like
It's hard. I definitely all the hip hop circles I've been in that like it's freestyling.
Yeah.
There is a certain spotlight, and I'm always like people that can just flow. I'm just like it's truly like a gift. I always struggled with that.
Yeah, and I would only be able to rap while there was music playing, so I can only write songs while I'm actively playing my instrument. Like I have to like on the spot freestyle my music anytime I write something. And I have to record myself, and by doing like rapping, that helped me with my music and writing songs and encouragement. I didn't really get into music until I started hearing people saying that I wasn't gonna be anything in my life. and especially when it came to my music. And I was like, I'm going to be somebody. It's written in the stars. I'm going to be.
That is punk as hell, because everything I do is out of spite. Like same thing, like poetry club, they're like, your poetry is too dark. I'm like, where else am I supposed to put it?
Yeah, for real.
And then like music class, parents, friends, everyone's just like, no, you can't. I think rolling up and just being like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Oh yeah.
So weird question, does your guitar have like a name?
Michelle.
Michelle?
Because it's a Mitchell.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Do you feel like, because the way you're describing how it's like you write once the guitar is kind of set, and do you feel like she kind of speaks to you first?
She wasn't the first guitar to speak to me. The first guitar to speak to me was a 12 string I got from one of my exes when I was 18. He encouraged me to do it a lot more, and just in the moment of playing it, her name's Rosa, because she's obviously a 12 string, and she's literally from Mexico, so I was like, you know what, Rosa. But she is the one that got me into it. And I have to get more strings for her, but right now she's sitting on my wall like an ornament. I feel so bad.
Aw. I mean, like, I still feel like that would set like a mood very much, just having like a guitar up on the wall.
I have like lights around it, and then I have like this glow stick, so I put this glow stick on the inside of it so that it can be like a nightlight.
That is so cool. I definitely feel like that's a dope vibe.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, like, clearly she's still getting tons of love.
Oh yeah.
So I wouldn't be too hard on that. So have you ever written a song for someone before?
Like about someone or for someone?
Either way it could go.
I've never written a song for someone. I have written a lot of songs about other people though.
Mm.
My songs are my journey of life. That's why none of them are just made up. They're just made in the moment with the emotion I have.
I think that's really like how music should be. I feel like, and honestly this makes sense because you're such an authentic artist.
Yeah.
Like your style is so freaking cool. I remember I was like looking around and kind of getting into the rooted thing, and then you started singing. And I was like, I need her.
Aww.
I need her immediately. I think I instantly started bugging you too, like right off the stage.
Yeah, the first time I met you, yeah. I didn't mind it though. I was already wanting to be your friend.
Oh, that makes me feel good. So what got you from performing like for yourself or like through school to wanting to be on stage independently?
That's another ex-boyfriend story.
Ooh, tea.
I remember this one time because he was a guitar player for the band, and I remember this one time his friends had specifically asked me to play them a song and to sing to them, and they were super impressed. And he just goes, "Way to steal a show," like so disgustingly.
So
And
insecure.
then like after that, his friends would, like his other friends, not the ones that I showed them, the ones that I showed were supportive. His other friends started thinking I thought I was better than them, and it's just because of the way that I dressed or the way that I played music. Like so much drama, and it's like, girls, you're pretty too, don't get mad. Like, there's no reason to get mad. You guys all have boyfriends, I have my boyfriend, I'm not interested in yours.
Yeah.
But it's just like seeing them on stage and then seeing like and hearing the stuff that was coming from behind my back or like in front of my face, it really encouraged me to be like, you guys are gonna see me on the stage one day.
I love that. I mean, there's a reason you go by Punkett. Like, so good. So I know that I've personally had rough moments on stage, and I know a lot of our audience are aspiring musicians, and maybe some of them might not have resources or might have that mental block that keeps them from the stage. So worst case scenario, if something, or I guess I'll rephrase this, have you ever had like an embarrassing or difficult time on stage?
Oh yeah, I have stage fright.
I feel that.
I know I get on the stage a lot, but I have stage fright. My blood literally starts to boil right before I get on stage, and my hands start sweating, and like it feels like the air is starting to like confine around my body.
Oh,
But the thing is when you have talent and you have passion, there's nothing that can stop you at all. It can be your stage fright, it can be the critic of other people, it can be people booing you off stage. It doesn't matter what it is, and it can even be people who don't even believe in you and told you so. If you have that passion and that drive and you have the talent, there's nothing to stop it really. You just have to believe in yourself. If you believe in yourself, you can do absolutely anything that comes to your mind, even if you think it's impossible.
Do you feel like you have any like coping skills if things go rough? Do you have like a after show routine or anything like that?
Like if things go rough, like I'm not able to play kind of stuff?
Yeah, or like say like just something doesn't go right, or like say like, you know, sets are starting at different times, or maybe like you have like difficulty with someone, or like one of those people that talk about you, they're sitting up front or something. Like if you have to deal with something like, or maybe even you're having a rough night before you even perform, do you have any things that you like to kind of lean on for comfort?
That is a good question. I wear a lot of bracelets to fiddle with those. That helps. And then a lot of times I'll just rub my guitar because of the way that it feels. I might be, I don't know, maybe a little special, but it's just the feeling and the texture of, like, you can make things with your hands, you know what I mean? Like, you can do things with your hands. Like, you can, just anything you put energy into, it'll just, you have anxiety, put that anxiety into your guitar. You have other anxieties that can't get into the guitar, fiddle with a pick or a pop socket, or if you can't play that night, you can go live on a live stream and play for random people who will show up.
I think that's awesome. I love that you're like, it's almost like what I'm hearing is like you're taking like the discomfort out of your body and putting it elsewhere. And I never thought to do that before, but I feel like that's such a great tactic. So I'm curious, have you ever gone through a phase in your life where you felt like someone like inspired a lot of good content, or been like a muse for you, or just someone impacted you where you thought about them a lot while writing?
So far it's just my family and my relationships. I write a lot about family dynamics that I've witnessed. Like, it doesn't even have to be particularly my family. I've witnessed other people's parents, you know, treating people differently. And I write songs about those, or about lustful men, about SA, you know, because, you know, life happens.
Yeah.
And you gotta write songs about that stuff, unfortunately, but fortunately.
Yeah, it's needed, because there's people out there who, you know, go through these things. Maybe those are, like, you have years of experience and healing, and you can articulate, where some people are fresh wounds, so they don't even know how to process things, where those songs are not just needed, but like it can be life-changing for people.
Yeah, a lot of songs have picked me up. I remember I had thought one of my friends committed when I was in middle school, and just listening to XXXTentacion or Lana Del Rey, it just picked me up and it encouraged me to get up and go to school the next day. Luckily, he did not, but the thought of it happening just threw me into a spiral.
That sounds so traumatic too, like not even knowing.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry that you had to go through that.
It happens. I try not to dwell on it. A lot of people have had friends that actually have died, so I try not to be like, it's traumatic, but you know, he's okay.
I still feel like I feel like a lot of people like put trauma on this thing where it's like it's a clear picture, but it really is this broad spectrum, and yeah, that absolutely I feel like would impact someone like severely. But what's one of the coolest things that you've been told after a performance?
I got chills. That's my goal. I want to reach into people's rib cages and touch their heart and make their soul shiver. Like, that's a reactive thing from your soul. Like, on the inside. That is what, like, music is the only thing that can cause that reaction, at least from what I've ever experienced.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. Have you ever, well, I mean, you kind of said people were giving you some pushback. I don't believe that all critique is good. I don't believe that all people that give critique are qualified to do so. But have you ever gotten some level of critique where you identified with it and you felt like it helped make your path a little bit easier long term?
The KISS rule. Keep
What's
it
that?
simple, stupid.
Ah.
Yes. You just keep it simple, stupid. Yeah, that's just about the whole saying about music and everything. You keep that and you will always make a good song.
Yeah, I love that too, because especially because you are so authentic, like just trusting yourself with that, trusting the practice has been there, that you have a good head on your shoulders and being like, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I don't need to complicate it. Do you have like a favorite era of music?
Definitely like early 20s jazz.
Really?
Yes. I used to sing a lot of jazz.
That's very cool.
I know I'm like really straight indie rock, but my one inspiration was always jazz.
Who got you into jazz music?
Myself, my mom was really into like R&B growing up, so I don't even remember who got me into it. I think it was just me.
It was just
My
like
whole
central.
family was rock, you know, just nothing but rock. So, or R&B and pop. So it wasn't really anything that I was interested in when I started learning music.
That's very cool. What do you think like makes a song good for you, like, or things that you look for in a song?
A song, when you can hear the truth,
Mm.
that's how I know you get shivers. Like, that's how people get shivers. There was a lot of people who sing about a bunch of nothing. Like, it's not even for the audience or to try and help somebody and touch somebody's heart. It's to have these standards of being over sexualizing themselves, or, you know, encouraging to be over sexualizing yourself. But that could be their truth as well, but it's just like, it doesn't, like, you listen to a song about, you know, sexual stuff, it doesn't really give you shivers. You hear a song that you can feel is true, it gives you shivers.
Yeah, I feel like I'm very attracted to pain, if that makes sense. Like, that for me is, if there's an element, it could be a pop song, but if it has like an edge to it.
Yeah,
I
pain
can't
and like
it.
true love songs. Like, I don't think sex songs are love songs. Like, love songs are love songs, even if they have like sexual content in the song. It's just, you can feel that it's love and not lust. I feel like that's what really touches the soul. Like, the lustful thoughts are the lowest point of your aura that you can get.
It's like caveman brain.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, we actually had a really cool conversation in here the other day where we were kind of talking similarly about the effect of love songs and stuff, where I feel like ones that are just focused on getting laid and not really anything deeper than that, I feel like it's kind of manipulative. Like, it's very off-putting.
I think
for me
that too, and not only that, like, there's like a quote-unquote male loneliness epidemic. I wonder why you're lonely. You know, like, if you were likable, you'd have a girlfriend, or if you were likable, you'd have a boyfriend, or if, you know, people can just sense when you're not a good person.
Yeah.
And that's like, not to be the one that's like feminist or anything. I'm for both sides, I promise.
I'm pretty feminist.
I'm for both sides, because I know that both sides can be the same.
Yeah. No, people are just complicated. I definitely, I feel that. So when you're going to like live shows or like local performances, what do you think makes like a live performance good, or things that get your attention there?
I think a lot of songs that have a lot of bridges or runs get my attention. It's just the vocal range that they can hit is just inspiring. because a lot of songs I used to like seeing a whole different kind of genre than I do now. I heard one indie rock player in person. I was like, that is my music. That is the thing I need to write.
I love that. Yeah, I think sometimes, right, because with like vocal range, it's just like, oh my gosh, like there's a whole language within the language being used, you know?
Oh yeah, like just the tone, like your whole voice can tell a story with the emotions, and that's something so rare to find.
Yeah, it also takes so much discipline to be able to get that too.
Yeah, and breath control is also a lot of discipline, and I just love people who can do it or like sound like it's effortlessly done.
Yeah. No, I definitely, I feel that. Who do you think have been like your like biggest fans or like biggest support through your music journey?
My mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's my biggest cheerleader. Other than that, it's just myself. I mean, I have family members that support me, of course, but just not, they don't take me to these things, you know, they don't post me or, you know, engage with my content unless it's to like my story, occasionally though. So it's like the only real person that, like, even though I have my little brother and my dad, you know, they don't want to, like, you know, they got other things to do, and my mom's just always been the one to show up ever since I was little.
I feel like definitely one of the hardest parts about being an artist is the people closest to you. You always expect to be your biggest fans, but I find strangers can do so much.
I mean, you'll find a lot of artists started with one person supporting them, or maybe two, rarely three, and then you started out with those two or three, and then you've got all these fans after your success. You're like success, my gosh. But it's just, I think that it's a little sad in a way.
Yeah, I think for me, when I send someone like a new song that I just wrote, even if it's like a demo mode or whatever, it does hurt my feelings when like they won't even try to listen to it.
Yeah, or like look at it or react to it so you know that they watched it.
Right, because with like my music, I feel like, you know, who I am in like everyday life is one thing, but who I am in my music is like my actual who I am. And I don't know, I feel like when people reject that, I'm like,
It's rejecting you.
yeah, it's like you don't even want to get to know me for sure. Like you just want to know what I can do, you know?
Yeah. Once you realize that when people just want to know what you do, they just want to gain access to you, like to what you do, to who you are, to the people you know, to your energy, to try and siphon that stuff because they want to be you or they want to live a similar life.
Yeah, I definitely also feel like it's so sad to me, but I feel like so many people also like to kind of have people that are vulnerable, and all artists are vulnerable, right? But like they like to keep vulnerable people near them so they can kind of like feel better about themselves too.
Yeah, or like keep them below them and like stunt their own growth, like, and not be supportive when they start to do it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, I feel like a gut punch every time I come across that. I feel like over time I could read it more, you know?
Yeah, especially if you're a very supportive person. Like, if you're the type of person like how I am, where you're supporting every single person that ever comes across you, then yeah, that's gonna happen a lot. And I've personally been betrayed by almost every single person I've ever met, but still, I remain open because it's not gonna really change anything if I don't.
I'm not gonna lie, the first thing that I noticed about you, other than obviously you're insanely talented, that's the first thing I noticed. I was like, wow, this chick is badass.
Thank you so much.
So fucking cool. But I do notice exactly the role that you play in your community, and I know how draining that can be and how hard it can be some days. But I just want to let you know, like, that stuff is also more things that just change people's lives, you know, pouring into others. And I'm just very grateful that we have cats like you around, that I was able to meet you through Vultures. Kind of a little bit of like a deeper cut, if you're comfortable. What do you feel like is the hardest part about being you?
The hardest part about being me is being a woman. That will always be the hardest part because, you know, you just have such a difficult time making other girls your friends, no matter what age you are. Like, you can be well into your 50s and still have a hard time. I've always struggled with trying to find good girlfriends, at least ones that support me, not just in the open,
Yeah.
like behind closed doors too. And not only that, just being over sexualized because I'm a singer, or like it's both genders, like that both genders over sexualize me. That anxiety of keeping up with everyone while also trying to stay me. Like it's really hard. Like automatically people will want to mirror you. Like that's just the human nature. They want to mirror off your energy.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to not mirror off of people sometimes. And I do struggle with that. So like now I'm more authentically myself and I don't really care anymore, but it was a struggle for a while to differentiate whose personality was actually whose. Are you my personality or am I your personality? And it would just be everyone I meet. And so it's just like I really needed to develop a sense of self before fully committing to my goals and my dreams.
I think that's like honestly like such a good point too, because like I don't think a lot of people realize how much like the person you're talking to can influence how you see yourself too. You know, it can be extremely mind altering.
Even if they don't even mean to, it's just, I don't know, I feel like every human, unless they're a psychopath, of course, is a very sensitive soul. Like, they may pretend that it doesn't hit, but later on they might go home crying because of it. I mean, honestly, I've done that.
Yeah, I'm a huge sensitive cat.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm a big crybaby, but at the same time, it's like, I don't care at the end of it. But then I go back to crying about the same thing.
I feel like it's to a negative degree, but like I don't care what people think, and normally people are like, that's awesome because that means that you think you're the shit all the time. I'm like, no, people give me compliments and I tell them they're wrong. But what do you think is one of your like favorite traits, or like the best part of being you?
The best part about being me is the people I attract, because they either change my life or I change their life. Everyone you meet is put in your life for a reason. That's your fans, that's your support system, that's anyone who comes after, and even romantic partners. Everything happens for a reason. I will always truly believe that.
I think it's a good way to live. I like intentional living, you know. I hate wasted energy, you know.
Yeah.
Do you have any plans for this Halloween?
Yes, I do. I'm going to Sunshine Studios to see my friends Before Vegas.
Ooh.
They are pretty good. And then there's also going to be other bands there. I forgot what their names are, to be honest. I think there's like multiple of them. So it's really hard to keep up. And then right after, I'm going to have a party because it's my birthday, November 3rd. So I'm celebrating it on Halloween, like I usually do, because it falls on a Monday.
That's awesome. Happy early birthday.
Thank you. And then I'm gonna also pumpkin carve with my boyfriend.
Oh, that sounds awesome. So, do you have any words of encouragement for anyone out there that just might be struggling in general right now?
Yes. Everyone and everything will push back at you, but that's a sign that you're doing something right.
I love that. If you care to plug any of the things that you have going on or upcoming events or where people can find you?
No upcoming events so far. I did just get an all-girls band, and another band also wants to work with me, and I might be working with them, so I will let you know. But other than that, you can find me on Instagram at Punkett, and that's Punkett with a number 3 as the E.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for
great
having me.